in Washington and Multnomah counties, much larger than we are. Clackamas has decided to run their meals program by each city. We serve about 20,000 clients a year. We serve lunches Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Average cost is about $8, and we collect about $4 from our clients. So our mission really is to raise enough money to offset any deficiency. And so that's really kind of our goal. Like other nonprofits, we have gone through lots of changes in how we do our business. On top of everything else, the city is doing a remodel job on the Adult Community Center, and it has been closed. So, and that'll be probably a 9-month to a year project. So we are serving meals, pickup meals out of Christ Church, and then we deliver, as Lynn does every Wednesday, to about 110 families that are housebound. So we have fundraisers throughout the year, but because of the virus, we've had to make some changes to that. And our most recent one, thanks to a lot of help from the chamber getting the word out, was a wine event that we were able to find donors for 72 cases of donated wine that netted our organization about $37,000, which was worked out really nice. But October coming up is one of our biggest fundraising months. And so I'd like to turn it over to Lynn Brokaw to share a couple of the events that we're doing here in October. Lynn?
Thank you, Malcolm. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. And again, thank you for the Chamber for letting us do this because again, as Malcolm said, we have a deficit in funds, and this year we are unable to get the funds that we wanted, that we've been able to acquire in previous years. And I want to apologize for a couple things. Number one, my makeup artist didn't show up today, so I'm sorry about that. And so we need to apologize. And so I wanted to let you know exactly what we're doing, and we want to welcome all of you to October as Meals on Wheels Month. The City Council gives us that proclamation every year, and we really appreciate the City Council for helping us out there. And then, as Malcolm said, thank you for the Chamber, because each year we have a major fundraiser with Hassan Company and the Chamber, and we usually bring in and we have a breakfast at one of our normal Friday meetings, and we bring in over $1,000 each time. And again, this year we were unable to do this. So we're asking all of you to hopefully participate in October as Meals on Wheels Month, and visit many of these restaurants that are participating in our program, because we have some great restaurants, and at each restaurant they allow you to make a donation, and when they give you the check, and you can add that to your check, and then at the end of the month they'll donate that to us. And we have to give a lot of credit to Goo Banks and Babacahan and Joe Buck. They've been participating each year and bringing in thousands of dollars to our fund, and they really get excited about helping us out. And so they're one of our best benefactors during this time of allowing us to do this and gaining a lot of money from them. So we appreciate that. And then we have some new restaurants this year participating, and we hope you'll be able to visit them. Five Spice is one of them, and Pizzeria de Solago is another one. So as you see the list in front of you, Nicoletta's is excited this year about participating, and they're collecting donations. Holy Taco and Jefe's always been great with us and working with us on that. And so, and then of course, one of our major chamber people is Dino's Pizzeria. And so we're hoping that you can visit each and every one of these, and at the same time, hopefully donate a little extra money to Meals on Wheels program. As Malcolm said, each year, New Seasons Market in Lake Oswego has just been great for us and allowing us to be there. We, Mr. LaMotte and a number of other people have been there to collect money for us. As you see here, all year they collect money every day through the whole month. And then we used to have a number of people standing at the doors that are members of the chamber or people from Lake Oswego asking for donations. This year, New Seasons, because of the COVID, wouldn't allow us to do there, but they are helping us out by, as you see in the pictures, they are collecting money at the doors and asking people to donate during that time. So it really makes it a great benefit to us. So we really appreciate New Seasons for helping us out. And so if you visit New Seasons, hopefully you can make a donation there while you're getting your groceries. So basically, we're looking at one other hopeful activity. Tavern on Green has said that they will donate a dinner for 8 people. And so we're going to be setting up some type of means of people bidding on that dinner. So we'll talk about that at a later date, because we haven't set it up exactly how it's going to happen, but we want to appreciate Tavern on Cruise for donating that dinner for 8. So we'll be talking to you a little later about that. So if you have any questions, Malcolm and I could hopefully answer those real quickly, and then we'll turn it over to the chamber and the good president, Christopher. And again, Christopher, congratulations on being the new president. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, Lynn and Malcolm, we appreciate you. Getting to support Meals on Wheels is one of our favorite things to do. Does anybody have any questions for either Lynn or Malcolm and how we can best support them during this period of time?
Super.
No hands at this time. Fantastic. Well, again, Lynn and Malcolm, we absolutely love what you do in our community. And as both of you were talking, what strikes me is just how much of a community effort this really is. Getting help from City Council, getting help from the Chamber. It's communities that work together that actually create a community. And speaking of community, what a nice segue to our mayoral candidate, Mr. John LaMotte, who is one of those City Council members who gives his time to this community. And this is our chance to let John tell us what's important to him. So John, please take it away.
Well, thank you and good morning. I think I have known or worked with everybody on the screen, so I really appreciate that. I'm John LaMotte. I'm a city councilor. I'm running for mayor, I think, as you might know or may not know. I'm a city planner by trade. I've been in the practice for over 30 years. I've got my own consulting firm, LaMotte West, which as soon as I literally got it incorporated, I drove over to the chamber and joined immediately. So I've been a card-carrying member of the chamber from the beginning. I've been mostly in the private sector, working with cities and landowners and developers and nonprofit groups on how to plan for the future. And we've worked in many cities where we brought positive change to the city after we go through a really good open community process of consensus building. So originally from Chicago and its suburbs, moved here 8 years ago with my wife, Jennifer. It was a love at first sight with her, and it was a life changer, and that's why I'm out here. We got married later in life. I said to her, one of the things I want to do as soon as we get to whatever new city we were going to, but we found Lake Oswego and I already been here, was to give back to my city. My cousin raised his kids here, and we had business in the state of Oregon, and hired us to help do 10 main streets around the state. And I got to see Lake Oswego again. And I was so glad that we picked this city. As soon as we got here, I threw my hat in the ring for the Planning Commission. There was an opening and I got appointed. A couple years later, I got elected chair. And then in 2016, I got elected city councilor. And I've been doing that for almost 4 years. December will be the end of my term. So I'm running for the next term as mayor. And what I want to do is continue our good government. I think most people on the screen would know we have a pretty good, clean government that tries to get things done. We have good quality services. We have a lot of services for a city of 40,000. and I want to continue that. Excuse me, but I think those of you that know, when I was helping with the strategic planning with the chamber and other things, that I'm very strategic thinking and want to make sure we're going after opportunities and addressing issues early and not letting them fester and getting to be big issues. And I like to get things done. So when we do a plan, I don't like the plan being on the shelf. I like to implement it and get it going. And one of my things as a counselor, but especially running for mayor, is we need a even stronger relationship with our chamber and our businesses. So I want to do whatever we can to make sure that is strong. And one of the first things on my list in January 2021, if elected, is to get together with the chamber and find out what can we do to increase our strength in the business community. I've been pro-economic development for a long time in my profession. And I see when you strengthen your business community, you have a lot of good things happen in your community, and you've got a good, strong community. So I also would like to look at some funding streams for the chamber and some staffing things and some new programs for downtown, and to continue to work with all of you and get these things done. I think if you really look behind the scenes at some of the things we've been doing in the last year, we've got a lot of projects going on that are either almost finished or just starting. New City Hall, Boots Ferry Road, huge paving program, Woodmont Park, Iron Mountain Park. The golf course reconstruction or redo will be starting for design in the next month. The new pool and recreation center is going to be designed starting next month. We're putting the project advisory committee together, and a few other things that I know I'm missing. We've got so much going on. So I want to continue that and continue to build a great community. So thank you for having me for my 2-minute drill.
Well, thank you very much, John. Does anybody have any questions for John while we have him on the line? Well, I just want to say that when John says that he's a get it done kind of person, he actually is a roll your sleeves up and go get it done. Not many people know this, but back when I very first met John, where we had hardly known each other at all, that's when Christine and I were moving our school from one area of town into Lake Grove. John actually showed up and literally rolled up his sleeves and helped me slop paint on the wall of my new place. So talk about digging in and actually being involved. That's one thing I can guarantee I've seen from John. So John, thank you very much for being involved in this call. Thank you very much for letting us know where you're coming from.
Thank you. And I'm here for anybody that wants to talk. Oh, Christine.
Fantastic.
Good morning. I just also, excuse me, like to add that John LaMotte was a huge, huge help in helping us work with the city and PGE, and we got a light up by our school as well that is super bright and awesome. So now when we walk out to our cars at night, we will not step in any rain puddles.
Or other things.
He is a great help to businesses around the city.
Great. Well, thank you. And one of the things that I think some people forget is that, you know, we work on policy and programs and projects, but also we're like a congressperson or a state rep. We also do constituency stuff. So when people call, I try and push and say, hey, they're having problems with a pothole or they're having problems with the light, and to kind of light the fire under some of the city folks, but they're pretty responsive anyway. So I enjoy doing that. Thank you.
You heard it here first. John LaMotte will take your calls.
That's right. My phone number's in the website, campaign website, the city council website. Anytime, just give me a call.
There you go. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
After a big group presentation, we usually go into small groups, but before we do that, we really want to help get to know other members of our community and be a venue for other members of our community to be known throughout our business community. So Heidi, if you would come off mute and let us know who you are and what it is you're doing here in Lake Oswego.
Hello, my name is Heidi Adler. I grew up in the Midwest too, John. I was an Indiana girl. But I've lived here for 8 years, and I live in downtown Lake Oswego. So I love hearing all of the behind the scenes interactions. I have recently been hired to be the general manager of Yoga 6, which will come into the area over by 365 Whole Foods next to I believe it's Pure Bar. I always get all the bars mixed up. But so we will be coming into that area in the first of the year. So I just felt like this would be a really great way to kind of network with other businesses, find out, I think now more than ever, the world needs yoga. So find out how we can work with other businesses and bring more yoga to the community. So thank you for letting me sit in.
Absolutely, of course. Before I could even ask you a question, John's got his hand up.
Yeah.
I can't, so we'll acknowledge John.
Well, a question, do you do kids yoga, like what age to what age, or no? It's all adults?